Bonjour et bienvenue, je m'appelle Herman. My name is Herman. Welcome back to FrenchTasticPeople.com. This will be another French grammar lesson, and in this one we're going to learn about les articles définis et indéfinis, definite articles and indefinite articles. Un, une, des, le, la, les. So let's begin. I will read aloud a few French sentences, and each sentence contains either an indefinite article and a definite one. So, here we go. J'ai un livre. J'ai le livre de la jungle. Je vois une tour. Je vois la tour Eiffel. J'entends des chiens. J'entends les chiens du voisin. Je suis sous un arbre. Je suis sous l'arbre dans le jardin. Again. J'ai un livre. J'ai le livre de la jungle. Je vois une tour. Je vois la tour Eiffel. J'entends des chiens. J'entends les chiens du voisin. Je suis sous un arbre. Je suis sous l'arbre dans le jardin. So here we proceed from an indefinite article and we end up with a definite one. Indefinite article, definite one. There's a reason why I positioned those articles that way, moving from indefinite article to a definite article, and you'll see why very soon. So let's work on indefinite articles first. So the definition of an indefinite article. So we have, first of all, what are the indefinite articles in French? They are un, une, des. Again, un, une, des. And they are the equivalent of a or un or some in English. A or un represent un, une. And some represent des, the plural form, des. So, un, you should know, is masculine singular. Un, masculine singular, whereas une is feminine singular. So, un will precede a noun that is masculine and singular, while une will precede a noun that is feminine singular. Meanwhile, des will precede nouns that are plural. So, if I say un arbre, a tree, the plural form will be des arbres, des arbres. This will be the plural form regardless of the gender. Now, when do you use, this is very important, so let's go over this in detail. When should you use an indefinite article? There are sometimes some confusions in French. When to use, should you use an indefinite one or a definite article? But I could tell you that some of the rules here are similar to those in English. So you will use an indefinite article to refer to a non-unique thing that is a category, for example. So if I were to refer to the category of dogs or cats, and if I were to pick an element from that category, let's say a dog, so un chien, un chat. Un chien, meaning un chien, but here the chien is a dog in general. Un chat, meaning a cat, but in general. Un chien, un chat. Now, you could also use indefinite article to refer to the quantity one, like one out of many. So, Anne est une amie de Max. Anne est une amie. So Anne is a friend of Max. Okay, so she's one of many friends of Max. So Anne est une amie. Un, une refers simply to the quantity one. Now, when you introduce a noun for the first time, usually we'll start with an indefinite article, and that's what we did in the previous slide. Remember those sentences? J'ai un livre, j'ai le livre de la jungle. Here I'm saying I have a book. Let's say, hey guys, I have a book in my hand. J'ai un livre. And they will ask, which one? And then I will refer to that same book using, this time, a definite article. So the first time I introduced the book, j'ai un livre. I have a book. And this un here is the category. I have a book. Just any book, it's a book. Now, continuing, I will say, j'ai le livre de la jungle. And I'm becoming here more specific. I'm talking about a more specific book, and this is the Jungle Book. the book of the jungle, right? J'ai un livre. So when introducing a noun for the very first time, you would generally start with an indefinite article. And finally, something to note is that des turns into de. We said that des is the plural form of un or une. So des becomes de when there is an adjective before a plural noun. So here we have des oiseaux. Oh my god. Some dogs. No, oiseau doesn't mean dogs. It means birds. So only I must have been sleepy, but so some birds. Des oiseaux. So oiseau means bird. Des oiseaux, some birds. But if I want to say I see some pretty birds, some beautiful birds, we have here joli, which stands between des and oiseau. So when there is an adjective that is placed before the plural noun, here oiseau is in the plural form, des turns into de. So it's des oiseaux, some birds, but some pretty birds, we say de jolis oiseaux. When there is an adjective that will precede the noun and will stand between the noun and the article here. It stands between the noun and the article. We'll use de instead of des. So do not say des jolis oiseaux. Instead say de jolis oiseaux. All right. Now you have also some using an indefinite article in the negative form can be sometimes a bit of a challenge. And I have a lesson, a chapter here. Go to chapter 20 to learn more about using indefinite articles in a negative form. All right. Now let's work on les articles définis, le, la, les. So in French, definite articles, le, la, les simply represent the in English. They are the equivalent of the. Quite easy. So if I say le chat, I mean the cat. If I say the Titanic, le Titanic, the Titanic. And les is simply the plural form of le or la. So if I say le chat, the cat. If I say les chats, the cats. So les is the plural form of le and la. Le is used to refer to masculine singular nouns, la feminine singular nouns, and les, like we said, plural nouns, regardless of the gender. Now, note that we also have L apostrophe. I didn't mention that here because L apostrophe is simply le or la, but le or la will change into L apostrophe when it precedes a noun that begins with a vowel or a silent H. So the word école, which means school, école is feminine. So normally, if you want to say the school, you should say la école, right? La, because la will refer to a feminine singular noun, la école. But because école begins with a vowel, here we have the letter E, which is a vowel, you would not say la école, you would say l'école. It flows better phonetically, l'école. Same for arbre. Arbre means tree. So arbre is masculine. So the tree, let's say the tree in the garden, l'arbre dans le jardin. So the tree, because arbre begins with a vowel, instead of saying le arbre, we will say l'arbre, which flows better. So make sure to use L apostrophe instead of le or la whenever the article precedes a noun that begins with a vowel or a silent H. And for the silent H, let me give you an example. The word homme, man, homme. So this is an H, let me write it properly. Homme means man. So if I want to say the man, l'homme. L apostrophe, here L apostrophe, the man, because this is a silent H. It's like it doesn't exist silent, so we have a vowel instead. So l'homme. That's how you will change le or la into L apostrophe. Now the usage, how would you use the definite articles in French? Quite easy. Well, keep in mind that you use le or la or les to refer to unique things or specific things. For example, when I say le chien du voisin, here I'm specifying which dog I am talking about. Mainly the neighbor's dog, not any dog, not un chien, not un chien as in a category, a random dog. No, I say the dog of the neighbor's dog, le chien du voisin. So you use a definite article in that case to refer to a unique or specific thing. Now, generality. This could be a bit confusing because we've said previously that we could use un or une, an indefinite one, to refer to a non-unique thing, a category. So why are we talking about generality here? Something that is general would be referred to, sorry about that, I'm having a brain freeze, would be used. Why should we use le or la or les to describe something general in French? Well, if you want to say, let's say, mankind, you say l'homme, okay, l'homme. If you want to say, so you will use a definite article to refer to a general thing. So l'homme could mean mankind. If I say tigers are ferocious, right? I'm talking about tiger as a whole, right? So I would say le tigre est féroce. Le tigre est féroce. And watch out here, I don't mean someone's tiger, like a specific tiger. I said tigers in general. Le tigre, the animal, the tiger, is ferocious. Le tigre est féroce. That's what I mean by generality. You will use a definite article. Now, when you refer to a person or a thing that has already been mentioned, or that the listener has already read, something that is already known by the listener, you will use le, la, or les. For example, when I say elle apporte les plats, so she's bringing the dishes. Well, I'm using les plats because in this context, it's assumed that the person I am talking to is aware that there are dishes being cooked, probably, right, or being served. Let's say we are at a restaurant, so we already know that there are dishes around and that we have maybe ordered a few dishes. So by saying she's bringing the dishes, I'm assuming that you know already which dishes I'm talking about. Although I haven't used any word dish before, the word plat, which means dish, before, by using les plats, it implies that the person I am talking to, my listener, already knows what I am describing. So you will use a definite article to refer to a person or a thing that has already been mentioned, or that is in a very implicit way already known, something that is already known. All right, and again, to hear more about articles, how to form the negation of articles, please go to chapter 20. Now, le sport, la musique, these are categories. You will say about Herman, you said that by talking about categories here, you will use an indefinite article. Well, it may take a little, there's here a difference. Un chien, je vois un chien. Here, chien is used as a non-unique thing. I see a dog, any dog, a random dog. However, here, when I say le sport, it's sports in general. Le sport, la musique. So here, sports, music, art. This is when you will use a definite article to refer to those categories. Now, to end our lesson, we have a quiz as always. I'm giving you here a few nouns with their gender or number characteristics. So, des lions, lions. You have here plural, so le pluriel. And here you have la fille. F here, this initial F stands for feminine singular. And whenever you see M, it stands for masculine singular. So I would like you here to provide the opposite in number, that is. So whenever you see a plural form, provide it's singular. Whenever you see, let's say, a feminine singular, provide the feminine plural. So which article would you use, let's say, for this one? For des lions, lions, how would you say a lion? So this is a plural form, masculine plural. How would you form the masculine singular? Well, it's un lion. We're dealing here with indefinite article, so we have to stick to an indefinite one also. So la fille, we have here a definite article, feminine singular. How would you use fille in the feminine plural form as a definite article? If you remember correctly, it will be les filles, the girls. So the girl, the girls. Now, the ideas, les idées. How would you say the idea in the singular form? Des voitures, some cars, a few cars. How would you say a car? Car is feminine, that's why it's feminine singular. So go ahead and use the correct article, indefinite or definite, before the nouns here. And please put your answers in the French lab. Merci et à très bientôt. Au revoir. Bye bye.